What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Vechain and its recent price action, along with some talk about news and fundamentals, and with the price prediction for the short and the long term as well. Before we begin, we'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone for their continued support, the likes and subscribers, Patreon and YouTube members, and all your amazing comments and sharing. We appreciate you all so much at the channel, and we've been growing incredibly fast recently, so thank you to all of you. Our community has been growing amazingly well recently. It's all down to you guys, so thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and turn on bell notifications as well. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. In any instance, you can sign up to our free Telegram via the description. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So as you can see, when in doubt, zoom out with Vechain currently. It's currently trading at around 8.5 cents at the time of recording this video, as we can see here. We did actually wick down on the first dump all the way down to around 5 cents, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, no one ever thought that these kinds of things would happen, but obviously the cryptocurrency market will always surprise you if you start to believe that things can never go down. Obviously, as quickly as things can go up here, as we can see here, things can also go down. And currently we're seeing a very large market-wide correction that's being led by Bitcoin currently. It does seem as though for Vechain, we're bouncing off some areas of strong support right now. Obviously, there's a big amount of support and structure in this area here. So it does seem as though Vechain may be bottoming out, at least for the time being. Obviously, it's so difficult to tell with the short-term price predictions currently because it very largely depends on what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin comes down again and tests that 28.5K, it seems very, very likely to us that Vechain can go lower, and we're not basically not gonna shill everyone and say that, you know, prices are just going to bounce back and go to at $1 for Vechain in the next month, because we have to look at what's in front of us and see basically what's happening. On the 4-hourly chart, it does look as though we're having a very large correction here, as we can see, but we are going to keep finding levels of support. And in our opinion, when you look at how much demand there was in this below 15 cent area, and then again huge demand here, as we can see, anywhere below where we're currently at, anywhere below 8 cents. It does seem likely to us that Vechain's very extended downwards price action, as we can see here, is most likely going to come to an end at some point. Obviously, as we can see, it does look as though we're in a descending wedge here, which always break to the upside. But obviously, with the current whole market seemingly being manipulated and Bitcoin leading the way for a very large part, obviously it remains to be seen what's going to happen with Vechain. It does seem as though it's bouncing off these levels here that we've outlined. We've got a very, very strong support here. This swing high of around 6 cents. We've also got a very strong support here at around 8 cents with this previous swing low that is currently being tested and retested. Obviously, there's been a large amount of selling off in the market. There's a huge amount of fear currently. But obviously these kinds of things can't last forever, and we'd like to reiterate, as we do in all of our videos, that bull markets do not end with extreme fear. They always end with extreme greed and blow off tops. They don't slowly fizzle out and die with extreme fear like we're seeing right now. And literally the sheer demand for cryptocurrency right now has never been higher. So in our opinion, it doesn't seem likely to us that a bear market is about to be triggered, because there is just such a huge amount of demand for cryptocurrency currently. There's never been more people getting into the space. There's never been more people wanting to buy and hold cryptocurrency. There's never been more people trading it. There's never been more wallets or exchanges being open for people so that they can look at cryptocurrency, potentially buy it, hold it, trade it, whatever. So it doesn't seem likely to us at all that cryptocurrency is just going to fizzle out and die in this way. It does not seem like this is the case, considering everything that we're looking at. We've got an all-time high, I think, today of the amount of stablecoins being held on exchanges ready to buy back in. So this is basically the highest amount of stablecoins that we've seen in the market. So it's quite clear that many people are just they've tethered up, or they've put their money in USDC, and they're waiting for good buying opportunities. So the money isn't leaving the market. It's either getting liquidated and given to the whales because people are overextending themselves with leverage and getting cascading liquidations that the whales are hunting for on the downside of Bitcoin, for example, or it's new people that are getting really scared and selling. But the older wallets and the whales are just accumulating more and more cryptocurrencies. So it seems very likely to us that The bull market is not over because of this. Obviously, we don't like to see Vechain just going down and down and down like this, but this is becoming a very, very overextended move to the downside, and it's very likely that we're going to see a bounce from this very soon. Obviously, as we can see, as we're going down, we're meeting more and more resistance here. And if you look at this macro trend line that we have drawn in, which is blue here, it does seem as though we may be reaching a point of resistance for Vechain that we could see a good bounce off. So for Vechain in the short term, we would like to see it come back up, maybe bounce off these areas of support, this previous level of structure here. There's a large amount of structure in this area, which we could see basically used as support. We'd like to see Vechain bounce and maybe potentially get back above this 20 EMA. That's the first step. Obviously, if we could come back up and break out of this descending wedge and retest it as support and then move higher, that would be excellent. But obviously, it's so hard to know what's going to happen in the short term, simply because basically the entire market is currently being led by Bitcoin, because everyone is extremely scared and the market is full of fear right now. So Bitcoin is predominantly leading the way, and with Bitcoin continuing to be manipulated with these large, seemingly instantaneous corrections to the downside, followed by basically zero volume, it shows that basically someone out there is trying to liquidate people, and they are getting their way. They're essentially just dumping loads of Bitcoin onto the market to cause a cascading sell-off, and then once that occurs, people are buying the dip, and then the volume is essentially becoming very low, slowly trickling back to the upside, and then we'll see another cascading liquidation where someone dumps a huge amount of Bitcoin again. So it seems as though someone out there is fishing for these liquidations from what we can tell, and basically it's playing havoc with volatility on the market currently. But obviously in the long term, these things will pass. Sometimes it's important to just zoom out and see how far we've come. Obviously, if people were saying, oh my God, a few years ago, they would have bit your hand off basically for an 8.5 cent Vechain. When Vechain, let's take a look here, it was around a fifth, what is this, a tenth of a cent? A fifth of a cent, and now it's 8.5 cents, so no need to panic. Obviously, not nice to see price action going to the downside like this, but we do think that this very overextended correction to the downside is coming to an end. We do think that this was probably quite a healthy correction for the market because they were very overheated, and we have come back and retested lots of different areas here of key resistance and support, which weren't actually tested before. As we can see, parabolic runs up like this always cause big moves to the downside. We did see this happening for Vechain, but we didn't think that it would descend as far as it has. But sooner or later, we are going to get that bounce because there's a massive amount of demand for Vechain, and there's no reason to suggest that the bull market is over as of now. So long term, still super bullish on Vechain. Short term, very difficult to know because obviously the market is currently led by Bitcoin heavily. So basically, don't over leverage yourself, stay safe, and basically what an opportunity. I mean, who would have thought that you'd get Vechain at below 10 cents again after going to 28 cents? That is a huge opportunity. So if you believe in Vechain in the long term, I mean, wow, look at this, what an opportunity. So we'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Also, make sure to hit the like button as it helps the channel out so much. So if you're a fan of the channel, please hit the like button now. Currently, only 10% of viewers are subbed, and we'd love to see our community continue to grow more. So please hit the big red subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're going to be offering a host of additional benefits, including coin calls, and the higher tiers gain one-to-one access to us personally, as well as a look at our personal portfolio, our daily research of cryptos with massive potential, and not to mention a 100x portfolio that we're currently constructing. So please take advantage of that there. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money. So there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.